Good afternoon, or it's close to noon. March the oh 23rd. Yeah, March to the 23rd. I want to show you a quick market make that I have been wanting to make for a long time. Well, not a long time, but since last year. But I have not found a pattern I liked, and I just so happened this pattern calls for these things. I don't know if you were ever around back then where you slap your wrist and they do snap-ons. I originally wanted to make it for, I seen someone wrap it around and then make a snake head, and then a kid would wrap the wrist around and then, wear a snake around. But I never did do it. But I did find something else that requires a snap one. Now, I got a long one, which I think I like. The only thing is you have to add more rows than what the pattern calls. And I don't even know what measurement these are. These are a little over, well, if you've put the material back, it's 8 and just below, just above 8, in between 8.5, 8 and 8.5. That's the ones I got from Amazon. Okay, so this pattern is, of course, a paid pattern, just a couple of bucks. It is by Nadiarte Crochet. That is Nadiarte, Nadiarte Crochet. And I pretty much followed the pattern, except when it asks you to do 13 rounds. I did about 19 rounds. So I did an extra 5 rounds. An extra 5 rounds because I used this. And then it's still stuck up in the middle of my project, but that's okay. I stuffed it around with stuffing. So I made 7 of these. But my first prototype I'm giving to a friend because she's into this little guy. And it just so happens that I guess there's a Pout Pout movie. So one of those items I'm making so happens to be in Pout Pout. And we just recently are playing it in our theater. So that may be fresh in kids' minds, so that might be benefit to me. So anyways, which color should I pick? Pick. I use Snuggle Light Loops and Threads by Michaels, except one of them, I don't know what material I used. I think maybe I used Cozy Cub, which is a thicker yarn, but I prefer Snuggle Light because it stretches. So, well, I'll give you this example. Well, actually, you know what? I'll hold up all 4 of them because 2 blues are different colors. Okay, I'm so excited. Boom! I made a cackle of seahorses. Aren't they cute? Okay, so I'll break it down. You got your fins. Now do you know where I'm going with the snappy snaps? The eyes are 18, those colorful ones. The lines, please excuse, but ta-da! Oh, boom! My snap bracelets are in here for the tail. So you get a awkward looking creature. And carefully roll it up. You get this adorable seahorse. Oh, basically, obviously, fins are sewn on. You sew the nose. Well, by the pattern. I don't want to explain the pattern. You could probably guess. And I think it says, it doesn't really tell you how many spikes. They say 5 spikes. So her pattern calls for Bernat blankets. So it'd be a lot huger than these ones. So I only got 3 spikes on each of them. And the lines are always different and always crazy. But yeah, I made these ones. So yeah, Seahorses by Nadiarte are hearts. And so these are going to be in my new market come April the 4th, Easter weekend. And then I just made 2 colors of the same, and I did the exact same colors. I was going to stress about, oh, maybe I should do one pink and one purple, but I'll mass produce these 2 colors. But yeah, I had fun making them. I would say you can make a bunch. These took me throughout, this morning I finished. I had 2 complete already, and then I thought, forget it. So what do you call it? I made all the fins in one shot, and then this morning I basically sewed the lines, sewed this, sewed the ends to my spikes, and then once I put that on all of them, then I went back and I did all the noses, and then I sewed the ends to all the noses. And so that's what I was doing this morning, was the finishing touches. But I think they turned out great. I got a message from my sister telling me that one of the healthcare aides wants 2 of them. Now, what am I pricing these at? Since they're kind of like handheld, size of a Coke can, if you don't count the tail. Well, my mom suggested 15, and I'm like, even my daughter suggested 15. The old Cindy would have said, yeah, I will do 15. However, the worthiness of me, and I know I'm probably going to undercharge what some may tell me in the comments, which is fine. I've decided I'm going to charge $20 per one. Just because of the snap bracelets and the details of this animal. Now, this detail is not, that hard to do, but it does take time. So I will see if that home care lady, I'm going to take these in a plastic bag with me when I go see my sister today and my mom, and we will see if the lady was just, how being nice, like, oh, I want one, but she specifically says I want 2. So we'll see. Everybody's proved me wrong so far. I don't believe that they actually want something I create, and then I get texts like my sister, that teddy bear, because of snow, and oh my goodness, I was in pain since Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday. And even now, I can feel very light the shoulder and my back. But oh my goodness, I couldn't even twist my head around. I couldn't do this. Oh, see, I got to be careful. Because I can still feel the kink or whatever is in my back. Oh, it was painful. I did not crochet all day Friday. Or was it all day Thursday? But then we had crappy weather. Now it's sunny, blue skies, bit windy. Yesterday we had it all. We had light snow, no snow, then like a blizzard-like snowfall. And then once that cleared up in the afternoon, we were dripping from the roof. All I could see was drip, 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 drip. So yeah, I'm hoping that's the result of spring, but I just wanted to come on Nadiarte. I will try and at least link her name in it and then Google search, because these are, I think, would be an easy make. The pattern was easy to follow. You basically just, she didn't really explain how to do the lines, but you know, you weave in and out, in and out, in and out. Like you can tell they're all different. Not the greatest, but I don't know. I think I had fun pairing the colors up. I think if I were, they're all my favorite. I can't choose one. I choose this one over this blue, but then I like the color combos on this blue. So yeah, I like them all. So 7 were made in less than a week, and my original is going to my friend for her belated birthday gift, and I think she'll enjoy it. I think she'll get a kick out of it. So yeah, that's all. I hope you all have a good rest of the March. And I do have another creature. I call them creatures, but they're not. Creations. Creatures. So I've got another thing that I've made, but I just got to do faces. Otherwise I would have showed you. I think they look good without faces, but yeah. And they don't really, I don't know if the eyes are in the right spots or not. She does tell you where to put the eyes in that, but to line it up, I don't know. I just guessed. When I show my daughter, she's like, first thing the kid's gonna do is stick their fingers in the noses. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I play with the nose because it's fun. One thing I want to make is one of those flip frogs, or not flip frogs, those flip fishes. I kind of want to make where it has that big hole in the mouth and the fish is hanging upside down, and you're supposed to just flip it and it should flip around. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you all have heard that. I'm kind of behind in the times. Oh, sorry, kids are walking and getting distracted. So yeah, I'm gonna let you go so that you have a good day and not be sitting around listening to me. But yeah, there's my latest makes in my market, and by the end of the day 2 of these may already be gone. So yay me. I haven't even put them out and they're already wanting to sell. Even my mom said, oh, these are cute. And they're all different kinds of eyes. Except, yeah, like, I'm kind of glad I chose blue instead of green. But I'm really glad. I was iffy. But you need some boy colors, you know. So, and the movie, what did I say? Goopy? Groupie? Goopy? Doopy? I don't know what the movie. Pouty. This pouty fish, I guess, apparently has to save this yellow seahorse, and he's got to save 1,000 of these seahorses. I don't know. I never went to see the movie. I could see the movie because our small town runs it. We only get to, we see it maybe a week before it gets into streaming. You can stream online type thing, these movies. But I like going to the movies, and our prices here are quite cheap compared to the city. So I don't know. I'm not going to see, maybe I'll go and see Pouty. But apparently this pouty fish has to save a ton of seahorses and find a home, as far as what the trailer kind of predicted. So these may be coming out at the right time. So yeah, maybe I should make a couple more just in case, because these were fun to make. So I'm never into a detail person, but details do add to a lump. And it's good for batch making, if anybody understands that, who's in the markets. I never used to, I figured out what batch was. I used to do it as a kid when I used to do crafts for my family of 18. That includes aunts and uncles and their kids. So I already did batch making before I even knew what that was. So yeah, my tip is I used to just do up to like maybe row 22, and then I would just stick the insert of the snap bracelet, and then if I wasn't matching the same color, I would go on to this one and make one complete, and then a blue one, and then I'd just go back and, you know, complete it, the entire body, and then just throw it aside, and then make 3 more, throw that aside, and then come back and make these wings, or these flippers. And then once I got the flippers all made, then I would put on all the horns on everyone's, or crowns. I call them spikes, but they call them something else. And once I did all that, then I added the details to this, and then the fins, and I cleaned up all the ends, and then I threw it away. So the final batch work, I did all the noses, and I just made all the noses, and then I went back and sewed everything up. That's what I did. Will I sew along as I go along? Possibly. But yay! Sorry I made this into like a longer video than it probably is, but when you're proud of something you do, yeah, flaunt it. Under the bleep. Under the bleep. Okay, anyways. Cindy the Crocheter A signing off. Where I can act. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. I can feel it in my shoulder blade. Anyways, be careful. Take your breaks when you need to.